How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Two questions. First, Homeland Security announced that there were ICE raids in New York City and around New York City last week. They picked up, they say, 206 undocumented people. So just wondering, did you guys...
I'm trying to hit the last one.
They picked up around 206 people. They say were connected with gangs and different things. Just wondering if you had advance notice of these raids, if there was any cooperation with you guys, just kind of how that worked. And then second question for you, the kind of the front runner right now in the mayoral race, former Governor Andrew Cuomo, he was allegedly used AI for some of his platforms. His team says that they did this to check work, but they had ChatGPT sources in there. Just wondering what your take is on that.
First, we're not allowed to collaborate with ICE for civil enforcement. We're not allowed to do that. But we will collaborate with them for criminal cases, but we're not allowed to. When you think about using AI for your policies, you're using AI. It's just so difficult to. I don't know if people realize the complexities of being the mayor of the city of New York. It's like no other job. No other job. You're under a great level of scrutiny. People are going to watch everything you're doing. And if you're not familiar with it, you think you could slip stuff by. And you just can't. And so we should be focused on the stuff that EA did and not the force AI stuff. I'm doing the work. And I think he has to answer, why would they use AI to do a policy? I'm just blown away. When I read that story, I said, wait a minute, this can't be true. There must be more to it than what we think. I say over and over again, and you guys heard me say it over and over again, all of this Eric-like candidate stuff, it's just not going to get it. And when he did that, he pulled out, it appears, that they're going to do 500,000 new homes in the next 10 years. Did you hear that from somewhere? From me. That's our plan. So, that's our moonshot goal. So when he went to AI to say, can you give us one of the greatest housing plans we can do, they pulled out my moonshot goal and incorporated. His people failed to say, well, who had the plan first? Think about that for a moment. That's a duplicate. I said that there are a lot of Eric-like people. If that's not an example of taking my moonshot goal of 500,000 units in 10 years and AI found it for him. All you got to do is go Google, what is the greatest housing plan? Who did the greatest level of reform in housing in the city? Who broke the records for the most housing built in 1 year, in year 1 and year 2? Who moved more people out of homeless shelters into permanent housing in year 1 and year 2? Who had more people use voucher programs in the history of the program? All you got to do is, we don't need Eric-like action. Eric-like action speaks louder than AI. It's EA, not AI. And so that was bizarre for me. Let me tell you folks something. I said it before and I'm gonna say it again. This is going to be an interesting mayoral campaign. Watch, so many things gonna happen, so many moving pieces. This is far from over. There are many layers, and the only rule you all should live by: don't ever count Eric Adams out. He's a native New Yorker. He has the grit. He has the resiliency. He has the energy of working class people. I didn't get here merely because I was not willing to outwork everyone. And I'm going to do it again for the people of this city.